She turned her back to the camera and pressed her lips together, a gesture so specific to her that fans have a name for it. During the July 10th finale of Keep Running Season 14, Bai Lu cried. That part isn't surprising. What's surprising is how many different stories a single 10-second reaction has ended up telling. This is Rabbit News Hallyu, and we're not here to gossip about a celebrity crying on television. We're here to explain why that moment split into 3 separate conversations online, one calling it proof of sincerity, one calling it manufactured content, and one built entirely around a mocking joke, real men don't cry easily. Here's what actually happened. During the final taping, the production team turned handwritten fan messages into paper stickers and released them from above the set. When Bai Lu saw them, she didn't just tear up, she visibly fought it. She turned away from the camera, pressed her lips shut, and made a hand signal asking the crew to stop filming. Castmates Zhanglinghe and Liu Xining moved in to comfort her, one hugging her from the front, the other from behind. On its own, none of that is unusual for a variety show finale. What's worth sitting with is how consistent this was with everything already on record about how Bai Lu processes emotion on camera. Her crying scenes in dramas are known for restraint, red eyes, a caught breath, rarely a full sob. What happened on that stage wasn't a character breaking. It was the same pattern repeating in real time, unscripted, which is part of why the clip felt believable to so many viewers instead of staged. But there's a detail sitting underneath the trending hashtag that most of the coverage skipped past entirely. This wasn't happening in a vacuum. Bai Lu spent the back half of the season facing one of the more disproportionate waves of online criticism a cast member on this show has faced in recent memory. Back in late May, a 5-second clip from a game segment, her balancing bowls of water, got pulled out of context and reframed online as disrespect toward the show's older cast members. The backlash moved fast. She lost more than 200,000 followers on Douyin, and the related hashtags pulled in over 500 million views. Old clips of her teasing veteran castmates Li Chen and Zhanglinghe got resurfaced and reread as evidence of a pattern the source record doesn't actually support. One line in particular did the most damage, "I just feel hot," clipped away from its second half, "Let's drink water fast so we don't get heat stroke." For words instead of the full sentence changed the entire reading, from basic hydration advice to something that sounded flippant. So when the stickers came down during the finale and her composure broke, that reaction wasn't only about 6 years of goodbyes. It was landing directly on top of 2 months during which, according to supporters, her actions had been widely misinterpreted, at scale, by people who'd likely never seen the full clip in the first place. That's the curiosity gap worth pausing on. The biggest clue in this story isn't the crying itself, it's the timing surrounding the emotional moment. From here, this stops being a story about one emotional moment and becomes a story about how narrative gets constructed and reconstructed on a show built for viral clips. Releasing handwritten fan messages from the ceiling during a finale isn't incidental staging, it's a beat structured to encourage an emotional farewell on camera, in a format built for exactly this kind of moment to travel. Whether or not that choice was made with the May controversy specifically in mind, the effect was the same either way. A producer-designed emotional beat landed on a cast member who had just spent 2 months being edited unfavorably by strangers online. The resulting footage read as catharsis to some viewers and as manufactured sentiment to others, 2 opposite readings of the identical 10 seconds, depending entirely on what the viewer already believed about her walking in. That split is exactly what's playing out under the hashtag right now. One group is mocking the moment outright, recycling the "real men don't cry easily" joke, a callback to Bai Lu's own past description of herself as tomboyish growing up, now repurposed as a jab questioning whether the tears were genuine. A second group is raising a related but distinct critique. Variety shows lean on crying beats so often that some viewers are openly asking whether the emotion is the actual story, or whether the format has simply gotten efficient at generating footage that reads as one. A third group, fans, is pushing back hard on both readings, making the case that she loses either way, cry, and she's accused of playing the victim, stay composed, and she's accused of being cold. One recurring comment sums up the frustration directly, arguing that crying at the end of a 6-year run is nobody's business to judge. None of those 3 positions is unreasonable in isolation. What's notable is that all three are reacting to the exact same footage and arriving at opposite conclusions, which says less about Bai Lu specifically and more about how thin the line has gotten, industry-wide, between an authentic reaction and content that's simply well-positioned to be read as one. It's also worth noting what's largely absent from this cycle: there's no sign, anywhere in the public record so far, of an official statement from her side reframing or explaining the moment. The entire conversation, the mockery, the defense, the analysis, is happening in the comment sections and fan spaces, not through any managed messaging. That absence is its own kind of data point about how these moments now play out largely outside of agency control once a clip starts moving. It's worth naming, too, why the mockery lands the way it does. Bai Lu has spent years cultivating a public persona built on being loud, playful, and self-described as tomboyish, the opposite of fragile. That's exactly what makes Real Men Don't Cry Easily function as a joke instead of a throwaway line. It's aimed precisely at the gap between the image she's built and the vulnerability the finale caught on camera. Jokes like that don't really work on someone whose public persona was already soft-edged. They work because there's a contrast to exploit, and this one has been years in the making. Pull back further and this fits a pattern building across long-running Chinese variety formats generally. Cast members who've stayed on a show across multiple seasons increasingly find their off-camera controversies bleeding directly into how their on-camera moments get interpreted. A bad news cycle in May doesn't stay separate from a finale in July, it becomes the lens the finale gets watched through. That's a structural shift in how these shows function as media now, not a one-off story about one actress's tear ducts. Production designs the emotional beats, algorithms decide which 10-second clips travel furthest, and an increasingly international audience, watching in real time, often without the surrounding context, fills in the context on its own. For an international audience, this cycle is worth watching for a different reason too. Chinese variety formats like this one have spent the last several years building an audience well beyond their home market, and moments like this finale are exactly what travels furthest across language barriers. An emotional reaction needs no subtitles to register. But that also means international viewers are often absorbing the 10-second version with the least surrounding context of anyone in the conversation, which is part of why the Real Men Don't Cry Easily joke and the sincerity debate can look, from outside, like they came from nowhere. They didn't. They came from 2 months of a domestic controversy most international audiences never saw the first half of. There's a quieter through line here too, about what 6 years of consistency actually costs. By the account on record, Bai Lu started this season in Hallyu and moved through 6 cities without a real break, having debuted a decade ago and stayed on this specific show for 6 years. She held her composure through a grueling shoot and through a controversy that, based on the available record, traced back to a single misleadingly edited clip rather than anything she actually did. If there's a larger takeaway here, it's probably not about whether the tears were genuine. The available footage is consistent with what many viewers interpreted as a genuine emotional reaction. It's about how much context had already accumulated before that finale. We don't know exactly what Bai Lu was thinking in that instant, and this channel isn't going to pretend otherwise. What's documented is documented: the stickers, the gesture, the edited clip that triggered a controversy 2 months earlier, and a hashtag now split 3 ways between mockery, critique, and defense. The record supports a more nuanced reading. Several factors, including the farewell itself, the recent controversy, and 6 years on the show, appear to have converged in that same moment, rather than the single clean emotion a 10-second clip makes it look like. If you like entertainment stories that go past the headline, the kind that trace where a hashtag actually comes from instead of just repeating it, that's what Rabbit News Hallyu is built for. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.